All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Podcast by MrZ, the podcast where real conversations teach you real English. I'm your host, Mr. Z, and today, I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm feeling something different. I'm feeling warm inside. Like, genuinely warm.
Warm inside? That's not what you usually say. What's going on?
I just got off a video call with my mom.
Aww, how is she?
She's good. She's always good. But you know what the very first thing she said was? She looked at me through that screen, and I'm not kidding you. She goes, "Did you eat today?"
No way. That's literally the first thing out of her mouth?
Yes. Not, "How are you?" Not, "I miss you." Not even, "Hello." Just, "Did you eat?"
Mums everywhere. Same question, every language, every country.
It's the universal mom question. I swear, it doesn't matter if you're in London, New York, Sydney, or Tokyo. Your mom will ask if you've eaten before she asks anything else.
And honestly, that question isn't really about food, is it? It's about love. It's about care. It's her way of saying, I'm thinking about you.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I almost got a bit choked up after that call. Not because I was sad, but because I felt so loved, you know?
That's beautiful, Mr. Z. Honestly.
All right, and that's why today's episode is proper special, because today we're talking about family.
Hello, everyone. I'm Olivia, and I'm so happy to be here today.
Happier than usual?
Yes, because today's topic makes my heart full. We're talking about family, how to talk about them in English, who they are, what they're like, and how they make you feel.
The vocabulary, the phrases, the stories, everything you need to talk about the people you love.
And honestly, when you can talk about your family in another language, that's when you stop translating and you start actually connecting. For real.
That's the goal of Podcast by Mr. Z. Always. Not just to teach English, but to help you connect. Really connect.
So stay with us. This episode is going to be a beautiful one. I can feel it already.
Before we dive in, though, let me ask you 2 questions. First, if someone walked up to you right now, here in the UK or the US, and asked you in English, "Tell me about your family," could you answer comfortably, without stopping, without scrambling for words?
Maybe you can say the basics, mother, father, brother, sister, but can you go deeper?
Can you describe your mum's personality? Can you explain what your dad's like when he's annoyed, or when he's proper happy, or when he's worried about something?
Can you talk about a family tradition? Can you describe the feeling of missing someone you love, like really miss them?
Can you make someone feel what your family means to you? By the end of this episode, you will, not just with vocabulary, but with heart, with emotion, with confidence.
And that's a promise. Let's get into it. Oh, before we properly start, can we ask you guys something quickly?
Is this the part where you ask people to subscribe?
Maybe.
Well, for real though, if you're enjoying Podcast by Mr. Z so far, please hit that like button right now.
Nodding along takes 1 second, but it means the absolute world to us.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Honestly, we put out new episodes every single week, and we pour our hearts into every one.
And share this episode with one person, a mate, a family member, someone else learning English. One share, one person. That's how we grow this community. Okay, enough chatting about the podcast. Let's talk about family. Let's go.
All right, Olivia, let's be real. Everyone knows the basic family words.
Counting on fingers playfully. Mother, father, sister, brother, parents. Done. Easy.
Yeah, the basics, the foundation. But today, we're going way deeper.
Enthusiastically. Deeper means more words, more detail, more real English. English that makes you sound natural, not like you just stepped out of a textbook.
Smiling. Let's start with the extended family.
Explaining clearly. Extended family means everyone beyond just your parents and siblings, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins.
Gesturing like he's expanding a table. Extended, like extending a table, making it bigger, adding more seats, more people, more love, more chaos.
More chaos, for sure. My family reunions are absolute madness.
So, your mum's parents are your grandmother and grandfather. Together, they're called your grandparents.
Nodding. And your dad's parents are also your grandparents. So if you're lucky, you've got 4 grandparents total.
Smiling nostalgically. I love my grandparents. My granddad, he's 82 years old, and he tells the absolute best stories.
Curious, leaning in. What kind of stories?
Chuckling. Stories about his life when he was young, completely different from today. No phones, no internet, no Netflix. He says he used to walk miles to school in the snow.
Laughing. In the snow? Uphill both ways?
Laughing hard. Exactly. He always starts with, back in my day, and then something absolutely wild follows.
Still laughing. Back in my day, the classic granddad opening. Every granddad says this. It's universal granddad language.
Warmly. And I love it. Every single time. Even if I've heard the story like 100 times before.
Softly. That's the magic of grandparents. They make you feel like you're part of something bigger, like history.
Pause, then nodding. Anyway, your parents have brothers and sisters too. Your dad's brother is your uncle. Your mum's sister is your aunt. A-U-N-T.
Warmly. I have a favorite aunt. My Aunt Lila.
Interested. Tell us about her.
Eyes lighting up, smiling. Oh, she's my mom's younger sister. She's hilarious, super creative, and so warm. Every time I visit her, she bakes something. Cakes, cookies, bread, pastries, the whole lot.
Sounds like the best aunt in the world.
Laughs. She is. I'm not even exaggerating. She never lets me leave her house empty-handed. Even if I say, Aunt Lila, I'm on a diet. She goes, diet? You're too skinny. Eat.
Laughing. That's every aunt in every culture. It's actually insane how universal that is.
Nodding. Now, your uncle and aunt have children.
Finishing the sentence. Those children are your cousins. C-O-U-S-I-N-S.
Explaining. Cousins come up all the time in English conversation. People ask, do you have any cousins? All the time.
Counting on fingers. Do you have cousins, Olivia?
Smiling. Yeah, 5 cousins on my mom's side and 3 on my dad's side. So 8 cousins total.
Impressed. Wow, that's a whole squad.
Laughs. It's absolutely chaotic at family gatherings, but I honestly love it. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Smiling. I've got 4 cousins, 2 boys and 2 girls. We grew up together. Summers at my grandparents' house, running around like crazy, playing games, getting into all sorts of trouble.
Emotionally. That sounds absolutely wonderful. Summer memories with cousins are genuinely some of the best.
Honestly, the best memories of my life. No question.
Now, 2 more super useful words.
Siblings. S-I-B-L-I-N-G-S.
Siblings means your brothers and sisters, all of them together. One word for the whole gang.
Do you have any siblings? Super common question. You'll hear this in almost every English conversation about family.
The answer? I have 1 sibling. I have 2 siblings. I'm an only child.
Only child means you have no brothers or sisters, just you.
Are you an only child, Mr. Z?
Nah, I have 1 sibling, a younger sister.
So your sister is your sibling.
Exactly. She's my only sibling, and she drives me absolutely mental.
In a good way, though, right?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but I wouldn't trade her for anything. She's my person.
That's how siblings are. They annoy the hell out of you, but you love them deeply.
And the last vocabulary word for this section is relatives.
R-E-L-A-T-I-V-E-S. Your relatives are everyone in your family, close and far.
Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, all of them together are your relatives.
Smiling. We have a big family reunion every couple of years.
Reunion. Reunion. Coming together again.
Nodding. All our relatives in one place. Super loud, super happy, absolute chaos.
How many people we talking?
Last time, 37 people. We had to book 3 separate tables at the restaurant.
37? That's a massive family.
Huge and so loud, but I love every single minute of it.
That's the thing about family. Even when it's absolute chaos, it's home. Now, this is the most important part of talking about family.
Not just who they are, but what they're actually like.
Their personality, how they think, how they act, how they make you feel.
Personality means the qualities that make someone who they are, the stuff that makes them unique.
Exactly. Let's learn the most useful personality words for family, starting with patient. P-A-T-I-E-N-T.
Patient means you can wait calmly. You don't get angry or frustrated easily. You keep your cool.
My mom is extremely patient, like insanely patient. She never raises her voice, not once.
Never? Not even once?
Almost never, even when I was being a proper nightmare as a teenager.
Were you a difficult teenager?
Rubs his face. Let's just say I tested her a lot, and she passed every single time. I don't know how she did it.
That's proper patience right there.
Nodding. The opposite of patient is strict. S-T-R-I-C-T. Strict means you have clear rules and you stick to them. No exceptions, no excuses.
Curious. Is your dad strict, Mr. Z?
A little. When I was growing up, homework before TV. Always. No negotiations.
Every day?
Every single day. No homework done, no TV. That was the rule. Simple as that.
Did you ever try to get around it?
I tried to trick him once, told him I finished. I hadn't.
What happened?
He checked. Dads always check. I learned my lesson real quick.
Warmly, strict, but caring. Those two often go together.
Exactly. Caring. C-A-R-I-N-G. Caring means you think about others. You want them to be happy, safe, and comfortable.
Nodding. My mom is the most caring person I know, by far.
Interesting. How do you know she's caring? Like, what does she do?
Smiling. She remembers everything. My favorite food, my doctor's appointments, my friends' names. She sends me medicine when I'm sick, by post, from miles away.
That's deeply caring. Actions that say, I'm thinking of you.
Exactly. She shows love through actions, not just words.
Now, supportive. S-U-P-P-O-R-T-I-V-E.
Supportive means they help you. They believe in you. Even when things go wrong, they stand beside you.
My dad is supportive when I wanted to start this podcast.
What did he say?
He said, "Good idea, son." And then he told absolutely everyone he knew about it.
Did he actually listen to it?
Every single episode. He's my biggest fan and my harshest critic.
That's the most supportive kind of person.
Nodding. Now, quiet. Some family members are quiet.
Quiet means they don't talk a lot. They listen more than they speak.
Smiling. My granddad is quiet, but when he speaks, everyone shuts up and listens.
The quiet ones always have the most important things to say.
So true. And finally, funny. Warm, generous.
Generous means they give a lot. Their time, their help, their love. They don't hold back.
Smiling. My Aunt Layla is generous. She always gives more than she has to.
Warmly. The best kind of relative. Generous and warm.
Explaining. Warm means they make you feel comfortable and loved. When you're near them, you feel safe. You feel at home.
Softly. That's the perfect word for family. Warm. Just warm.
Excitedly. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite questions about family.
Curious. Who do you look like and who do you act like?
Explaining. Look like means your physical appearance, your face, eyes, smile, hair, the whole package.
Nodding. Act like means your behavior, how you think, react, joke, get annoyed, your personality.
Chuckling. And often they're completely different people. You look like one parent, but you act like the other.
Smiling. I look like my dad. Same face shape, same eyes, same smile.
Really? Are you sure he doesn't have your eyes?
I'm pretty sure he had them first.
Fair point.
But who do I act like? I act like my mom. I worry about people, I organize everything, I make to-do lists for everything. She makes to-do lists too. We're literally the same person.
You're becoming your mother, slowly but surely.
I know, and honestly, I'm absolutely fine with that. She's amazing.
What about you guys? Who do you look like in your family?
And who do you act like?
For me, everyone says I look like my dad. Same nose, same walk.
Same walk? Like the way you walk?
Yeah, my mum showed me a video, me walking down the street, and my dad walking down the street, exactly the same. I was genuinely shocked.
That's actually insane.
But my personality, that's all my mum. We both talk way too much, we both love people, we both get emotional over stupid stuff, like adverts, movies, everything.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Exactly. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
This is a really common English expression. It means children are similar to their parents.
The apple, that's you. The tree, that's your parent. You grow near them. You stay close to who they are.
Beautiful expression. Supernatural in English conversation.
You can use it about yourself or about someone else. He's just like his mum. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Now, listeners, who do you look like in your family?
And who do you act like? Think about it. Seriously, you'll use this today.